Good morning, everybody. So yesterday on Twitter, I accidentally only made it for 2 hours, so that was oopsie, but I did a poll, and I asked if you guys would rather do like a, let's clean my brushes and chit-chat, or a let's paint our nails and chit-chat, just to do something new, and I got one of each because it was only set for I think an hour or 2 hours or something like that. So I'm just gonna do both. But today I'm gonna be kind of busy, so I'm going to go ahead and do the Let's Clean Our Makeup brushes because I haven't gotten to get ready yet, and then once I do get ready, I'm gonna be gone half the day. So go ahead and do that now. Oh, if you guys are wondering, this is my birthmark. So, I know it looks funky, but we live with it. So, I've been wondering, like, I've been breaking out, well, not even really breaking out, but just, like, getting little bumps all over my face, and I've never had that problem before. And I kept wondering, like, why am I getting little pimples or whatever? And I think I found out what it is. These are all my brushes. Oh, you can't see. Okay, this is not working. There we go. These are my brushes. But this is all my brushes, and you like my little brush holder. My husband got her for autumn for Valentine's Day, but she stepped on, it came with like a little Hello Kitty toy and like some candies and that kind of stuff, but she stepped on this within like the first day like 2 or 3 times and bent it. So I was like, nope, you're not keeping that, because if you do, you'll ruin it, and that's too cute to ruin. So I just brought it in here and put my dang on brushes in there. But anyways, so this is what I have within like 6 months, because like 6 months ago I refused to use brushes. I had a beauty blender and those sponge, oh my gosh, y'all know what I'm talking about, the little applicators that come with eyeshadow. I swore up and down and said, oh, they work so much better, you get better color payoff from them, blah 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 blah. Well, sometimes that's still true, but I've also learned that my crease doesn't need to be... What? Hold on, guys. Alright, let's count the interruptions, y'all. Good thing about it being early in the morning is that she is not going to bother me as much, because she doesn't like to get off the couch for the first hour or so she's awake. So anyways, yeah, so I never would use brushes about 6 months ago. And now I've grown my brush collection. I like to use them a lot better than, sponges. But my only problem is I don't know how often to clean them. I think I've been doing like once a month, which I know is really bad. Yeah, I know that's like really terrible, but I don't really know how. I've seen brush cleaning videos, but none of them have told me how often to clean the brushes. And I only use the same brush for the same thing every day, so I don't like cross-contaminate or whatever. Like, this is my brush that I use for my highlighter. This one I use for my contour. Oh my gosh, okay, this one I use for my blush. And so on and so forth. So I don't know. I don't really wear powder that much, but if I do, I wear this one. Like, if it's an extra hot day, I'll wear a little bit of powder. Well, I used to use always this one. But that one is my phone moving around? No, okay. Kept looking like my phone was moving around. So anyways, somebody let me know in the comments how often you wash your brushes. So this is the thing I got. Cosmetic brush cleaner. And look at that cute little detail. Isn't that adorable? Make today amazing. With little brushes. I don't know if that's the brand or what, because it just says cosmetic brush cleaner. It says you can use this for makeup brushes, textile cleaning, and a soap dish, which is really cool. I'm guessing it's like a no slip grip. I already got it out. Oh wow, I didn't notice that. Okay. So it's this on this side. And then look at this side. I didn't even notice that when I pulled it out. That's so cute. So we're going to do this right here. And give her a try. And chat a little bit while we're doing that. Let's take some Miracle Oil Dial. I love this stuff. It smells so good. Let's not get too much on. The hay. Yeah. Still really tired. Autumn's really tired too because, well, she's not as tired as I am because she went to bed, you know, decently timed last night, but my dumb ass didn't go to bed until like 3 a.m. And I had to get up at, at 5 o'clock to wake my husband up for work and get his clothes and all that crap. And I stayed up for probably about a half an hour with him, maybe a little bit longer. And then I went back to sleep, and then I got back up at like 8:30 or 9 o'clock. So I'm still a little bit tired. Wow, that's pretty cool. This one you can't really see much because, like I said, this one was just for highlight. So not a very good example. We can't really see anything coming off of it. And if y'all see my water backing up a little bit, that would be because, hello, Bubba, busting the bathroom. If y'all see my sink backing up a little bit, that would be because there's a beauty blender shoved down the hole, and I can't quite reach it. So I'm gonna have to take the pipe off after I'm done here and retrieve my beauty blender. No, I'm not gonna keep it now, but still have to get it. Why are you drinking out of the toilet, dog? Hey, you've got water out there. Come on. Hey, dude, go. Go drink out of your water dish. What? Okay, I'm gonna put a towel over here to kind of try to dry these off a little bit. Once I have. Bubba, don't start. Can I go potty? Sorry, y'all. I had to let the doggies out to potty. But anyways, that reminded me that I wanted to show you guys this. I don't know if you... Dang it. Look how awesome that is. Darth Vader, and then on this side it's just like red glitter. And it's even got the little... Dude, I found this at the flea market for $1. And it was brand new too. The woman had like 30 of them. So I like showing my little cheap finds, my little treasures that I find at the flea market. So yeah, I thought that was really freaking cool. I'll show you guys how fat his neck is. he goes on the fourth one. That's how big my dog's neck is. Isn't that ridiculous? So anyways, there's your card, Bob. I'll put it back on you here in a minute. So anyways, that looks pretty nice. Didn't like pull out any hairs or nothing like that, so looks pretty good. I'm gonna go ahead and dry them off on this towel when I'm done with them. Let's try another one. Oh, where'd my brush? Oh, okay, they're under the towel. I love the smell of this. It's called Miracle Oil, but infused marula oil. Oh my god, it smells so good. I love the way it smells. I was going to talk about something else, but I don't remember what it was. Oh, so listen to this, guys. I don't want to cause an argument. I ain't going to cause nothing like that. I'm not even going to give any details about the situation. I'm just going to say that I was called a racist sympathizer yesterday, or maybe 2 days ago. I don't know when it was. Well, I know when it was, but I don't want to give any hints to when it was because I don't want to start any drama. A little while ago, I was called a racist sympathizer because there was a very disliked person. Somebody was arguing with them. And they said, well, have fun when CPS shows up at your door. And I was like, okay, wait a minute. Now, that I don't agree with. I don't care what the person does in their spare time. I don't care, you know what I'm saying. I don't care. I don't agree with it. I don't think they're a good person. I don't think it's cool to say nasty things. I do think the person is racist. But, I've never seen any child abuse. I've never seen any children being screamed at. I have seen child abuse here on YouTube. Y'all know, we all have. There's been a couple different instances where there's been child abuse. I'm not going to say no names because I don't want to get that started. But there has been a few instances of child abuse in this community. And I'm not going to go into detail about that, but I'm sorry, but if you don't see any child abuse going on, don't call motherfucking CPS on people just because you don't like them. Don't do that shit. I had that happen to me one time. I'm going to tell you guys a little bit of a story. So I had this neighbor, it wasn't that long ago. It's been within the last, it was after I got clean. Been within the last few years. It was right before I started getting into this community. So, been here for 3 years. So, I had this neighbor, the Breakfast of Champions. I had this neighbor that just moved in. They moved in with a camper right across from me on the hill. I show it in my videos all the time. Right across the road where that new place is that doesn't have any underpinning or anything. Up on the hill above that, they put a camper up there. And this girl, I start seeing this girl around. And I forget why we ended up talking. I think she came down here asking for something or something like that. And so we start talking. And she has me believing that she's this recovering addict. She's on Suboxone. She's in an abusive-ass relationship. Dude gets food stamps, but he takes the card with him to work so that she can't even get food in the refrigerator at the house. just like so much stuff, and I felt so bad for this girl. So, so I would make her a plate when I would make dinner. I bought her countless pizzas, gave her money all the time. There was even a couple times where, you know, she was out of her medicine and she asked if she could borrow money so she could go, you know, do what she needed to do. And I felt bad for her. Not to buy heroin or anything, but to get a hold of somebody that she knew that had her type of medicine and do that. I don't do that because I don't get rid of my medicine or take too much whenever I was taking it. So I never had to do that. That should have been my first red flag, because if you're running out of your medication, you're either abusing it or, but she would always tell me that her boyfriend was taking it, taking her medication. So whatever. You guys will find out later that that was a lie, but, so I'd give her money, I would give her food, I would give her everything she needed. I freaking helped this girl because I felt so bad for her. Because not too long ago, that was me. I was in an abusive-ass relationship. You know, the person that I was in a relationship, listen, he would get paid from selling drugs, but he wouldn't help pay my bills. No, he would go and pay his mom's bills and let our electric get shut off. Because he knew if my bills, you know, my electric got shut off, he could just always go to his mama's house, where he had a room there too. So it was, I get it. I get being with somebody that doesn't give a shit about your well-being. And feeling trapped with that person. Because you know, with my thing, you know, I had my own place and everything else. I just had been with him since I was 15, so I didn't know anything else. So I was terrified to be by myself without this person that I had been with for over 8 years, you know. So, anyways, so I hang out with this girl for months and months and months and months and months. Well, it wasn't that long. It was like 4 or 5 months. And I'm doing shit for her all the time. And then she comes down here one day, and I always noticed that she always wore high-collared shirts. Or, like, if she wore a shirt that should show this, she would wear a shirt under it or whatever, so that there was a collar, so you couldn't see, like, her, what would you call that? Not like the very bottom of your neck, kind of like close to your collarbone, kind of, I don't really know how to explain it, but to show a certain area of her neck. Well, one day she was going to work, and scrubs have a V-cut neck, and I noticed that she had a Band-Aid on her neck. Okay? So there's sign number 2. And I was like, what the hell? I didn't think anything of it, you know, that first day, but after seeing it 2 or 3 different times, her having this Band-Aid on her neck, I was like, what the hell? So I was like, well, what'd you do to her neck? Or what'd you do to your neck? And she was like, oh, nothing, I burnt myself. I was like, okay. Well, after, you know, months of this happening, me seeing this Band-Aid on her neck, finally one day she accidentally forgot to wear it down here when she came to bum off of me. And this is the last time I ever let her bum off of me. And it was because I finally saw what was under the Band-Aid. And it was clearly a big hole from shooting up in her neck. Her neck area. Wasn't exactly her neck. Wasn't exactly her chest. It was like in between there. I wish you guys could see me right now. I'd show you kind of what I'm talking about. But y'all get what I'm saying. She had a big ass hole in her neck from shooting up. And I was like, oh yeah, fuck that. So I just gave her what she hurried up. I didn't even talk to her that day. I just gave her the $5, whatever she wanted, and I was like, okay, I gotta go. And I told my husband about it. And he was like, oh yeah. He's like, that's exactly what it was, blah, blah, blah. So I stopped talking to her. I stopped answering her calls because I didn't feel bad for her anymore. Clearly, she wasn't trying, to stay clean or anything. And then I find out that she's, yeah, she gets this medication, but it's not for her to stay clean. It's so that she can sell it to buy her drugs. And just all this other stuff starts making so much more sense. And I'm like, oh my God, how am I so stupid? Like, how did I get fooled? I'm not a fool. But I got taken for a ride. Like, I guess it was just my emotions because I had been in a similar situation. But that wasn't even her situation. The dude still wasn't jackass. And he still did not put food in the house and didn't give a shit about her and stole her money all the time. And he got her arrested. The last time I talked to her, he got her arrested. He threw something in the cart because he knew that she just got paid. And she was up at Walmart buying things for herself. He knew that she had just gotten paid and that she had like $800 in the bank. So he threw something in the cart. This is what she says. That he threw something in the cart so that she would get arrested when she went out the doors. Oh my God, this has been forever. So anyways, guys, man, this is really long. I'm not going to continue this story. If y'all want me to continue this story, look at that one. You can definitely see it on this one. All that eyeshadow coming out of there. So, if you guys want to hear the rest of the story, give this a thumbs up, or let me know in the comments, or whatever. And it'll kind of give you the aha moment of why I say, if I, when I tell the rest of the story. It'll let y'all know why I feel the way I do about calling CPS on people when you have no proof of any kind of abuse. Y'all will see why I think it's fucked up to do that. I don't believe in calling jobs. I don't believe in any of that. But fuck, if you're gonna do something like that. I'd rather somebody get their job called than somebody get their fucking kids taken. Because that doesn't just hurt the person that you're trying to hurt. That hurts a couple of innocent-ass kids. Because though you might see a monster, or a terrible person, or just whatever, that might be those kids' hero. And I doubt they act like the way that they do offline, or I doubt the way they act online, they act offline too. And I'm not sticking up for the person at all. Don't like the person, don't get that twisted. That's not the point that I'm making. It's just the point that we should not be digging into each other's private information. We should not be calling CPS on each other. We should not be calling each other's jobs. We shouldn't be doing any of this crap, guys. Like, when did this community become so toxic that we think it's okay to screw up each other's livelihood or family life or any of that just because you don't like a person's opinions or whatever? Once again, not sticking up for this person at all. But I'm also not going to stand and say that I think that it's okay to call CPS under false pretenses. I don't know. That's just my opinion. Let me know what you guys think of this little brush cleaner. I think it's pretty nifty. I will talk to y'all tomorrow, and if you guys want to hear the rest of this story, let me know. Give it a thumbs up, let me know in the comments, and I will definitely tell the rest of the story. Love y'all. Bye.